This is Royalty, and this is your loving, gracious, highly favored host, Alex V, the Unproblematic King. Join as always, we got Denny the God on the pod. How you doing, my G?
I'm doing great, bro. I'm drinking some wine. Just got off of work. I'm living life. I put on my sweats, my slides. I feel like a dad. I feel like
Mm.
a dad.
Well,
Yeah.
you are a dad of
Yep.
many,
Yes, I
of
am.
two.
Up to yes, and you are a dad
I
of many.
have no kids according to the IRS, and we're gonna keep it that way for the pod.
Yes, Alex
Um,
has this beautiful saying is that if you don't claim them on your taxes, they're not yours. That's a sick move. That is a
this
sick
tea is
move.
hot. It just burnt my fucking tongue, dude.
Sick move. But hey, you know what? I hope your kids are listening. He loves you.
I do. I listen. If I found out I had a kid,
Yeah. But
financially, you
uh,
chilling, my G.
exactly. But I'll tell you this: if you ain't making a certain dollar amount, don't even come at him. If he ain't buying Fiji
Shut
water,
up.
don't even talk to him. Okay?
No. We gonna start buying them Fiji water.
Oh, okay, never mind. I guess he's gonna provide the Fiji, so never mind. You guys are good. You guys are
Provide the Fiji. Shut the fuck up. Um, before we move any further, shout out to all our first time listeners, last time listeners, those who listen to show love, those who listen to show hate. We appreciate every single one of y'all.
every single one of you.
Um,
We love you all.
see myself, I'm sipping on some tea. I will start drinking on the pod soon. I just gotta get a good amount of alcohol in the work fridge, so then I could just like not don't have to think about it.
Uh-huh.
Um,
Interesting.
but
Interesting.
how was your weekend, dude? I feel like this weekend, for the listeners, I know you guys were surprised to get the pod Thursday night, but uh, duty called, and I had to run my ass to Mexico. But before we go there, Denny, how was your weekend, man?
My weekend was extremely busy. Just a lot of things we had to do, and then we had to get ready for a quinceañera on Saturday. Shout out to my little cousin Marley. She celebrated her quinceañera all the way in fucking Pasadena in the pouring rain where I couldn't see the fucking road, but all I was doing was paragliding. So I played it off like I was dancing on the road, but made it there
It's
safely.
terrible.
It is, but it was cool. I loved it. I had a great time. I didn't get drunk because they didn't provide alcohol, unfortunately. Um, yeah. It's one of those venues where they don't, allow alcohol beverages, adult beverages. They didn't allow the adults to be adults. So yeah, but it was still an amazing time. She had great cake, great music. She even had a photo booth too, which is fucking ill. And they were playing some oldies, like straight up oldies. It was
I
great.
like that.
Yeah,
Always love to hear that.
that's what I'm saying, bro. And then on Sunday, I want to go watch Avatar. That was pretty much most of my day. The morning, I was just sleeping because we got home like around. Well, we went to sleep around 2 o'clock. So, and then we woke up and said, "Hey, it's okay. We won free tickets on the family white elephant game that we had for Christmas. So we had 4 tickets plus $40 of concessions. So that was ill.
Oh,
Didn't
that's
pay.
sick. That's a good gift.
Yeah, it didn't pay for all of it though. I still spent like $100.
Yeah, no, that's what happens when you have a family.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't because of that. It was because me and Dad wanted to drink. 15 bucks, $19 a drink. Goddamn.
Yeah, no, that'll do it.
Goddamn. But yeah, man, that's pretty much what I did most of my time. It felt great not to be actually, all weekend. I don't think I was really on my phone, which was great. It's
Yeah,
actually
no, I
pretty.
saw you were D&D too. Because when I
Yeah,
finally got back to the states, I like realized that you were on D&D, and D, and I was like, oh, okay, family time. I feel you.
yeah. So spent a good time. With I had both my daughters, so and I took my brother with us to the movies. So it was good. It was good to be with family all weekend.
Love to hear it, man. And I unfortunately got the call Thursday morning that my grandpa had passed away, 96 years old. God bless his soul. One of the sweetest people you'll ever meet, and I think that was really awesome to hear. Just like the people from his pueblo just talk highly about him, and
That's awesome.
hear those kind of things. And it's crazy. How I'm a confident person,
Yeah.
like in my looks.
Hmm.
I know I got it from him, because I was hearing stories of in his recent like months that like he didn't want to be seen because he's like, oh, I haven't been putting on like my skincare, and I'm like, look at my grandpa over there giving a fuck. He's like,
Really,
nah, I gotta
ill.
stun on these hoes real quick, you
Yeah,
know?
that's ill, man. That's ill, man. But yeah, my condolences to you, man. Sorry for your loss. You know,
Yeah,
the thing
fucking
is, he's not. He's even though he's not here, he's not gone forever. So he'll always be with you at all times, man. So
yeah. No, it was definitely. I mean, look, he would fly out here, so I wouldn't. Both sets of grandparents would come out here, and some family would fly out here. So I never really had the need to go to Mexico. So this was actually my first time back where my family's from since I was 13. So it's been 16 years since I've been there.
damn,
Yeah,
you
no,
beat me.
it's crazy.
You beat me. I haven't been back to El Salvador with the Mara Salvatrucha since I was like 6 years old.
Yeah, no, that's a long time, man.
That's a very long
Because you're
time.
about 46, so that's about 40 years right there. That's crazy, man.
Mine is 25 years old. So minus that,
It's like you double down on the lie to make it sound like you are such a liar by doing that.
but I'm still young. That's all that matters. But you know what? Let me make this this moment, this sad moment, unfortunately, a good moment where Alex texted me
No, no,
saying
no, wait.
he had
Before we get to that, let me just point this out though, which I thought was really sick. So
okay.
my grandpa has had this truck that he loves to death. Like they had to force him to stop driving it when his health, was getting to that point.
Wait. Can you would you say they had to what?
They had to like stop him from driving it
Oh,
because
force them. Okay.
yeah,
Bro,
because he
I'm
still
sorry.
wanted to drive it, but he didn't have the reactionary like abilities to like safely drive.
No, that's fair. I'm sorry, bro, but I misinterpreted what you said. I heard foursome. I thought your grandpa was out
I mean, listen. He is my grandpa. I'm just kidding.
there.
Oh my god.
I was like, damn, your grandpa at that age is having a foursome. That's ill.
You imagine having that much
It's
libido at that
limestone,
point?
bro. That's a fucking oh no, limestone. Why am I saying limestone? Milestone. What the fuck's wrong?
Limestone. What are you
Jesus.
looking at? Kitchen marble for your fucking new house?
Bro, I'm back in fucking science class or something. I don't know, fucking shit. But anyways, continue with the story. Disregard what I said.
He's had this truck for 20 plus years. It's been a long time that he's had it, and he loved that truck to death. So just so you know how much it meant to him. They literally took him in his casket to his home and had him in his truck
Nice.
going to his house for the final time. And man, it was just it was a very beautiful experience. And like I said, I think everybody kind of it was nice to see people getting along, but then I started seeing like the family clashes, and I'm like, oh, I know who you don't like.
Yeah. I dealt with that too. With my uncle passed away. Was it 2 years ago? Yeah, 2 years ago. Uh, so much drama, so much dividing. There's still people. The family is still divided, even when somebody passes away, a family passes away, which is to me crazy. And to act out like that at a funeral, it's even more crazy.
Yeah. It's really sad when you think about it because you just kind of look at like what's going on and you're like, like fucking suck it up for like a week. Like just let everybody have a smooth transition. Like don't make it obvious to like listen. I haven't been in that part in 16 years and I'm over here like, oh, now I know who really be feuding out here. But every family does it. It's unfortunate, but like I said, the everything was beautiful about it. I was there for my mom, so like that was also like
Yeah,
kind of
yeah, of
hold it
course.
down,
Yeah, oh yeah.
be be there. But no, man, it was a beautiful weekend, and I think one of the things I talked about with my uncle was like, you know what, I'm glad that like we're in a position where like we could just drop things and be able to go and just pay the flight to get out there because some
Absolutely.
like, thankfully the prices weren't crazy. You know what I mean?
Hmm. That's good.
Oh, but listen, I'm gonna let everybody know if you fly out from the TJ airport, get there like 4 hours before. Like their processing is like 2 to 2.5 hours. So if you're late there, just book another flight.
Shit, not even TSA would stop me at that point. Then hell yeah, I'm good.
Shit.
I'm good, bro.
Oh, hold on. Let me ask you this because I saw this when I was at the airport.
Okay,
So imagine this. It's like a bunch of those, like, those like back and forth lines, like those really like long lines you see at the airport. So it's like 3 rooms of that. That's how much we had to go through, right?
interesting. Okay,
So I it's a new facility. They're kind of growing they're like remodeling and stuff. And I don't know if the staff is really prepared to handle such an influx of people. So you could tell that there was some stress on the workers' faces. So, Denny, imagine you are almost to the front of the line where you got to show your passport, show your flight information, and explain why you're coming to wherever you're going. And imagine you have a luggage that it has to be checked in. It's too big, and some dude pulls up. You're like, "Oh, hey, here's my information," and then they're like, "Okay, so you are actually too late to check in your luggage, so you can go on the flight, but your luggage can't."
oh hell no, bro. No.
I would be livid. And
Oh,
I
cool.
and she wasn't a Karen or like a person that could Karen because she kind of just took it on the chin and like I could tell she was distressed, but like you know what I'm saying? Like I know there's some people that would go ballistic, go crazy, like you know what I'm saying? Like they would fucking have a ball.
Yeah, I mean, nah, fuck that. That's on my clothes, bro. My toothbrush. That's what I'm worried about more. My skincare.
Hmm.
I lied, say something just to fucking that way they can just take my fucking luggage with me or something. You know? I don't,
Yeah.
I don't know what lie, but yeah, no, I would be livid. I'd fight until I'd fight. Honestly, I would fight, not physically, but in order for me to get my fucking luggage with me. The fuck? That's damn, bro. Imagine you
I
take
would
something
be I would
wrong.
be pissed, dude. I would literally tell him like, "Look, all right, UPS it to a fucking to the city closest to where I'm going. Like, figure
Yeah,
something out for me. I'll pay it." See, I wouldn't care in it, but I would front the money and be like, "Yo, ship this shit out to me. Like, don't do
yeah,
this."
exactly. Fucking facts. Like ship it on the next flight.
Yeah, like I would have been like, "Oh, the next flight's not until tomorrow. Put it
I'm
on there, and
assuming,
I'll."
I'm assuming that happened, right? I mean, they can't just say no, you can't take your luggage at all. I mean, they had to fucking put on the next flight, right?
I don't know what happened, but I was just curious how you would react to it because I feel like that would be such a stressful thing, especially after you've been waiting in like 2+ hours of lines
Yeah.
to just
Oh,
hear
dude,
that is
no,
fucking.
like I'm impatient. I'm impatient. If it takes me more than like 5, 10 minutes to get to the front of the line, I'm already pissed. I'm on edge, legit
Yeah.
on edge. So if they would tell me that as soon as I'm about to board, no, yeah, dude, I'm gonna have a ball, dude. Mm-mm, mm-mm. See, I'm already getting pissed off just thinking about it.
Nah, it should get anybody pissed, bro. That shit's nuts.
Yeah.
All right, man. So to start off the pod today, I wanted to touch on a verse that was left off of a song. So Metro Boomin dropped in December this past year, and great album. I enjoyed it. Still listen to it. There's a lot of tracks that made it to the TikTok shit. So like it was definitely a hit with the masses.
It was a great album.
And you always hear when a good album drops where you hear verses that didn't make the cut. And
Facts.
sometimes I agree, and I'm like, you know what, that shit wouldn't have fit there. I get it, but then in others, I'm kind of like, damn, like I think you actually fumbled the bag.
Okay.
So Drake had a verse on Trance,
Mm,
and it just gave me like it's such a Drake verse. He switches his flow up, and I think his tone really fits what the lyrics say. So I'm gonna play this TikTok that has the lyrics on the screen. So if you're on Spotify, open up your phone. You could read the lyrics along with us, or if you're on YouTube, watch it on there. And if you're on fucking regular Apple iTunes, and just listen along. So this is the verse, and I've been cooped up all night. I've been cooped up all night. I'm on 2 Qs, feel right. I'm so sleazy, can't write. Been on FaceTime all night. Draining my battery, draining my life. Yeah. We go so far back in time. If you gon' talk to me, say what I like. Hey,
We put on the feathers for this type of weather. She go to the club to bust up a dub. I thought it was love, it wasn't what it was. We hit the city, she does what she does. We should just leave all that shit where it was. I'm in my road while I wait on the road. She posting my crib, she taking it down. Let's keep it private cause I get around. I'ma just keep it real with you because I had to pick this shit up from the mud. I had to clean this shit up on my ones. I had to bury some niggas I love. And now my heart sensitive right to the touch. And if you start touching me, girl, then what? If you start touching me, girl, then what's up?
Come on, man. How?
Yeah, that was
Oh
her.
my god, bro. You know how much I love that verse?
I mean, come on now. You have his merch.
Shut the fuck up.
You have
Which,
his
by the
merch.
way, by the way, fun fact. By the time this drops, I don't know if anyone can still get it, but OVO is having a warehouse sale. Um, I'll call you if you want, Denny, and we can. It's like 70% off. Like if you're looking for anything in particular, let me know.
No,
Because me and Renee are gonna go. We're gonna go on a job site meeting together, and we're gonna go
that's
uh
hilarious. But that's
go to
funny that
Beverly Hills and cop some merch.
you're saying that having a warehouse sale. Come on, bro. Just tell me. I mean,
You
like,
didn't get the email? You didn't get the email for the OVO warehouse sale?
how far apart was both Metro's and Drake's album dropped? Do you recall?
No, but I could look it up real quick. Hold on.
Yeah,
Let me see.
I'm curious. This might just be like a marketing move.
Her loss. Her last drop November 4th.
It had to be a month before, I think, right? Or 2 months?
And it came in like December 2nd for Metro Boomin.
Yeah, so about 2 months then. So I feel like Metro didn't want to add Drake because I felt like he knew that Drake's album was going to drop shortly after his.
No, Metro's dropped after her loss.
After.
Yeah, it dropped after her loss.
Well, maybe he wanted to give some time for her loss to kind of cool down, so that way, he gets his volume in sales and all that.
Bro,
But
I wouldn't give a fuck about. I ain't throwing away no Drake verse that sound like that. Like here's what I heard from some people that feel like they have a pulse on what might have been the difference.
mm-hmm.
They're saying that the reason things were held up the way they were held up, or that it was removed, was because the they didn't think that Drake fit the whole entire album's kind of like sound, and that having it would maybe overpower and take over what the rest of the album was doing because it's Drake. But in my opinion, I just don't think that Drake taking attention away necessarily affects the album in a negative way. You know what I mean?
Just say you're not ill. Just say just say that.
Like,
Just
bro, I love that song so much. I had that TikTok on like loop while I was at the gym. Instead of listening to music, I just heard that verse. Just repeat, repeat, repeat.
my thing is, if it's bro, if a song is appealing when it comes to like hearing it, why would you take it away from your audience, regardless who it is? He goes with the flow. I don't know how he doesn't go with the album, to be honest, because this guy has how many artists on this fucking album?
He's got a ton.
Exactly.
And I like the song as it is. Like, don't get
Yeah.
me wrong. The song as
Oh,
it
the
is
song as it
great.
is, yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, exactly.
I just think it would have 100% benefited from that being a part of it. But I don't know. I'm just like, I kind of hope it gets added on like a deluxe one or something, like maybe like a Villains Deluxe or something.
I'll make it a remix. I don't know. Fuck it. It's at his verse.
Yeah, I just think it's definitely worth getting that kind of additional attention, and I'm for it, man. I think, listen, when Drake is in that bag, where like you could tell, like he's kind of just like fucking rapping his ass, like no, he wasn't rapping his ass off, but like I just think it's just sonically really enjoyable and something that like you would just be like we'd just be in the car like this.
Yeah, fuck yeah, yeah, hell yeah, dude. It's appealing to the ear, bro. Come on. I'm gonna keep saying, why would you take that away from us, from the audience?
Stupid.
It is stupid, man. And here's my thing too, from my understanding, right? Everybody has a price when it comes to a verse. You reach out, you pay the price. Why would you just throw the money away and not use them if you know this is one of the top artists in that genre? Come
Yeah,
on, you just
makes no fucking sense.
you fumbled the bag and you threw money away.
100%. No, well, I mean, here's the thing. Metro Boomin's never gonna be lacking for money, and his album was gonna get the run it was gonna get. I just think it would have just made it sonically an even better album. Like, I don't know. But you know what's crazy is I didn't realize how much I fuck with Drake until you started pointing shit out.
You see, I'm telling you, bro. Just
Because
hey,
I was definitely not a fan from Drake from the Best I Ever Had era. Like, I didn't really care for Drake at that
I
point. It was
was.
I didn't. I definitely didn't. And I know a lot of people who are like heavy Drake heads who tell me that's like one of his best projects. Eh, best
I don't know
best
about
I
that.
ever had is gross.
I don't know about that. I think the one with what was it, Marvin's Room.
That's Take
Um,
Care. Take Care was fucking
Take,
phenomenal.
Take Care was the best, at least in my opinion, from any of his albums.
All right, man. We gotta stop throating Drake. Pause.
Well, the other one throwing him because you have the merch. All right,
I'm
let
getting
me.
it. I'm getting it this week.
And you're gonna throw them again. Sounds like
No,
it.
Renee's gonna do it this time.
Okay, so that's why. So you brought a dummy, so that way you brought a sex doll for Drake. In other words,
Ew! Don't do that to fucking Renee. Renee don't deserve that.
you're the one that you're the one that said that you brought him for that reason.
I was joking, kind of. I was kidding.
Kind of, it's all right. But that's cool. I
Oh
didn't think he
man.
had a warehouse full of his shit.
Well, no. I think that like you know how like Primitive and like Zoomy, not Zoomies, Primitive and like I don't even know what else is on Fairfax anymore. I haven't been there since I was like 18. But
Just
like
up there, from my understanding.
they'll have warehouse sales of stuff that they have that's extra, and when they want to or bring in new stuff and they want to make room, they'll sell these things at 70% off because the markups on this gear is like it's crazy. So they'll still be making money. They just won't be making the profit that they initially were targeting. But yeah, a lot of it's up to 70% off. So I might fuck around and get like a fucking Mad OVO hoodies and shit.
You should get a tank top that says OVO.
I might.
No, I'm talking about like a woman beater type of tank top.
A woman beater. You know what Drake ain't making that?
You know?
What the hell's wrong with you?
Oh shit, well, that's cool. Well, yeah, man, I think Metro fumbled the bag on this. Whatever his team was talking about and thinking, it wasn't logical in any sense. It was not.
Just wait till we post this as a reel, and then someone's gonna be like, "It's because of blah, 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 blah," and they're gonna be like, "You guys are so uneducated." It's like, man, that's
Uneducated
cool.
ass. We know music. We know what's appealing to the audience. And if you tell me a verse like that doesn't deserve to be to go out, right, and be part of the album, to be a single, come on. Come on. You're lying to
No
yourself.
sense. Makes
You're
no
lying to
sense.
you. Yeah. Come on now.
But and by the way, for all our new listeners, because of that TikTok with Romeo and Bow Wow, I definitely recommend you listen to like if you want to get caught up. I wouldn't go all the way down to one or the teaser or the pilot because there's been so many different changes to the show. I would say 74 and on is like the best representation of what the sound is on this new generation of royalty. Just because I've actually gotten some DMs of people saying like, should they start from the beginning? And it's like,
Well, that's dope.
I wouldn't go all the way to one. It may I don't think because it's all a lot of it's very state specific. I mean, a lot of it was relationship talk back in the day, but I 74 and beyond is definitely to me the good range for you to get Denny and I because I think Denny was with me on the first one
Was I? I don't even know.
of the new era. Yeah, I think so.
Oh, absolutely. Yes.
Of the new
Absolutely.
era. I'm not even talking about I'm not even talking about when you were officially on the show. I mean when I started doing it
Yeah.
solo.
Mhm. Exactly. So I mean, hey, if you want to hear me slander Alex a little bit more, just go to that range.
Yeah, no.
You'll
If you want
hear,
to hear
you'll hear
lies.
about the history about the foster system and who founded it, and then also who put them in there.
All right. Somebody that should be put in jail is the people who did paid for Bad Baby's OnlyFans. So it's a clip. It was a Barstool interview. Let's see, what is the show called? Sunday Conversation with Caleb Presley. It's a very entertaining interview. I definitely think
The
that
best
if you
one.
enjoy comedy, it'd be a good one. But the clip is Bad Baby joined OnlyFans the night she turned 18 and says people who immediately subscribe should be in jail. And I'm gonna play the clip.
I stopped in 7th grade. I don't know. Yeah.
You ever think about going back? 7th
No.
grade? No. How come? Too old?
No, it's just like, why? Like, for what?
In the night you turned 18, you registered to vote?
No, huh? That's not what I thought you were saying.
Oh, you thought I was going to say join the military.
No, I was going to say it's when I joined OnlyFans.
You joined OnlyFans the night you turned 18?
I think so, yeah.
And people subscribed right away?
Yeah.
Should they be in jail?
Yeah.
And what do you do on OnlyFans?
I don't know. It's a surprise.
Do you moon for your job?
I might.
You a DMer or a wall poster?
I'm more of a DMs kind of girl, I think.
You get paid for that? You can make money off DMs?
Yeah.
So you have a good business model. You guys try to send you back their P&Ls?
Yeah. Yeah, they do.
Their peninsulas?
Jesus.
They do.
She's so awkward.
How would you describe your demographic?
Okay, well, like, I feel like it's like, I would
Actually, sorry to interrupt you. Let's do this. Do you mind if we do a new segment?
Denny, did you watch
This
this?
segment's called Sketch
No.
Artist.
Oh, okay, watch this.
So what I want you to do is I want you to describe to me what your average fan looks like. And I'm going to sketch him. But take it slow. I'm not a fast drawer.
I feel like they're like 20 to 40 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Probably like a white man that's like married. Like 6 kids. Definitely has like a daughter that's my age.
He has a daughter
hair.
that's her age. That's sick.
Brown.
Weight?
175.
Is this... Am I on the right track? Does this look like anyone you've ever seen before?
I don't think I'm comfortable here no more.
We can change the subject. Lenny Balls, you want to hold that?
It's pretty good. I got to give you credit.
That's fucking hilarious.
Dog.
But my real
Oh
question
my
is
God.
about this whole situation of her saying that to the people who joined her OnlyFans when she turned 18, just turned 18, freshly 18, from words from a wise man that we know.
Shout out Renee.
That
That was Renee's word, not mine.
Yeah,
I
it
hope
was,
we can use language like that.
Can we talk about the fact that she made an OnlyFans freshly 18?
Well, here's my thought. Are the people that subscribed it when she turned 18, like, is that fucking wild? Hell yeah, that's fucking wild. That's like predatory groomy shit. Like
Yeah.
if it was like someone that you knew.
Facts.
But then here's my thought though. Then it's like, well then why are we giving the people that are creepy that kind of like access? Then maybe she should have waited to post. I don't know. It's hard for me to say because at one point, like that's good money for her. Do your thing, and like she's an adult. But like, it is kind of nuts because she made a lot of money. I remember there was a post saying she made like $1 million or $2 million on the first day, and like Iggy just fucking made one, and they're saying in her first day she made like $307K. So like people were fiending for like a literally 18-year 0-day-old woman.
That's crazy. We're comparing Bad Baby with Iggy, and one made $1 million, over $1 million.
Do you subscribe to either of them?
No. Have you?
Hell no.
I heard a pause. There's a pause in there.
No, there was a pause in when you said it.
I just
No, that's actually, you know what? That's your Wi-Fi, Denny.
That's my Wi-Fi. And then the other one made a little over 300K. One is around our age. The other one,
Iggy's our age. I'll look it up. You keep on talking.
And then the other one, yeah, was freshly 18. Those numbers are fucking wild, if you ask me.
She's 32, so yeah, no, she's around our age.
Those numbers scare me. There's some.
Nah,
sick
that's
people.
crazy, bro. That's like some real like there were guys that were looking at her at 17. They were like, oh yeah,
Yeah,
can't wait to.
16. How old is she when she was on the what's his Dr. Phil show?
She had to have been like 15 or
Oh,
14, like that kind of
maybe.
age, because she
I
was
think it's
young. That was a few years
still
before she did that.
exactly. It's still nuts for me. It's like she's under 18 and people were eyeing her.
There's just a lot of. I call Denny a nasty man, but Danny ain't real. Denny's not a real nasty man. There's some real nasty fucks out there, men and women, that are just
There is.
nasty
There is.
fucking heathens, man.
There is. But I'm telling you. But I mean, I feel like when she said that, I think she'd opened a can of worms for herself too, because she knew at one point, right? She would have to.
Because here's the thing, like theoretically, then she's an exploiter. Because if she knew that's what was going to happen, it's just kind of like. But I mean, she's exploiting the creeps, but like she's profiting off of it. So
That's
like,
true. I mean, so do you.
don't ever put me like when we're having this type of talk, Denny. But watch your fucking mouth. But like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like if there is that situation, then maybe they should like not be allowed to post. But like I said, it's just a weird conversation because it's just like there are creeps everywhere.
It's creeps, but is it still legal? It is.
I mean, like at the end of the day, man, she got her bread. She took advantage of the creeps and made a profit off of it. So I mean, kudos on that part. You know, profiting off that shit, and she's still profiting. I mean, dude, she's apparently, you heard her. She's still DMing and still involved. Like, OnlyFans is like, I've seen like the numbers people can make, and you know what? Like, if you want to go that profession, cool, do your thing. Like, there is money to be made in that industry. Like,
Bro,
you know what I'm saying?
They should just call it only bands at this point because they'd be spending so much money on that shit.
You know what I read once that I just want to share with you right now, since we're talking about how much money you can make.
Okay.
Somebody said that if someone was like if a woman was on OnlyFans and she wasn't making like a lot of money and she wasn't getting a lot of attention, that it's like the equivalent to like a guy having a SoundCloud with like no views on his mixtape. It's kind of an equivalent.
Do you think they go on Suicide Watch?
All right, Denny, we gotta chill.
No, let's be, because that's your whole self-esteem going down the drain.
I think anytime that you get vulnerable like that, because you're showing like your body, and like if you don't get like a positive response, yeah, that would definitely have an effect on your mental health.
The only eyes that see that is yourself and God. That's it.
I was gonna say something, but I'm a child of God.
No, you're not.
Allegedly,
that's true. Allegedly, I mean, no child of God would have several sister wives, but
several sister wives. Shut the fuck up. But yeah, no, bad baby to me. Like, dude, she just took advantage of the creeps, man, and you know,
she got her bag.
She's happy, I'm sure. I mean, money. I don't think money's gonna be an issue for her for a while. So you know, do your thing. You know, everybody gotta get a bag somehow.
Some way, somehow. I mean, Diane told me to open up a fucking account to sell my feet pictures.
Would you ever do it?
I don't know. I don't know how I feel about the thought of someone looking at my feet. I don't even like looking at my damn feet. I don't. Do you like feet, Alex?
I don't.
Not even Mariah the Scientist stuffing her feet in your mouth.
Stop putting Mariah in the equation when you know the answer.
That's a fact.
For
those little like, little cotton puffs from the toes.
Shut the fuck up. Yeah, you're nasty. Would you consider it more if like you were in a tight financial spot?
I feel like I do a lot, like 10 different things
before going there.
Yeah, because I don't think that would be my first thought.
Yeah, I don't think it'd be a thought of mine at all.
Going to cartels is probably a thought, like 10 thoughts before that.
I'm not going to say that since I just came back from Mexico and I might be monitored. But
yep.
Yeah, no, I don't know. Like to me, it's just like, yeah, I don't think my brain goes to that point. But I thankfully have never been in a point where like I have to think of all that route of alternate income. You know what I mean?
See, I'd rather sell drugs than do that, to be honest.
Incrimination.
I'm just saying, bro. I mean, that's it. What I'm saying is that it just doesn't, click in my head. Hey, let me sell my fucking feet online.
Yeah, no.
It doesn't-
But yeah, no, bad baby. You're a creep. What is it called? A creep. She's a creep. What is it called? What were you saying earlier? What was the word?
I said many words.
When you take advantage of someone.
Twitter. Yeah.
Yeah. She's a creep exploiter, but I mean, look, as long as she makes her money and she's making sure she's safe and not giving these people her address, like do your thing. But it was just funny to me to hear that, considering like the fact that like she thinks they're creeps, but like she thinks they should be in jail, but she's gladly taking their money.
Exactly. She knew what she was doing. Let's be
Yeah,
real. Keep it real.
100%.
Keep it real.
Now, the next part I want to talk about. So Gabrielle Union had some comments on an interview. We did tap into it last week with J Ramel. Shout out J Ramel. And there's a clip I want to play from that interview, and I'm just gonna let it play, and let's react.
Neither one of us felt like the marriage should get in the way of our dating. And so,
oh my God, that
part of it
You
was
and I
like
are identical.
That's it.
Okay, first of all,
Ill in the bad way.
marriage getting in the way of our
Dating.
our dating. Now, she's telling it in a very humor-like tone. And I got other information after the fact in just my journalistic research, but like let's just keep on reacting to what she said in this clip in this without further context.
keeping up with his activities. And I was like, oh, that's what you're doing? Oh, you're gonna feel this one. And
okay.
Look at the vindictiveness. But you know what? I've seen it a lot on men and women on both sides. I've watched it from like a fucking audience member. When one person cheats, the other one wants to like cheat back and hurt them.
Oh yeah. She
like they want it to hurt. They want it to sting. Like they're gonna hit someone that like you don't even know.
She did everything he wanted her to do in those years of marriage that they had. To that,
I just felt entitled to it as well. I was paying all the bills. I was working my ass off, and I felt like that's what comes, the spoils of riches. And like my dad before me, whoever has the most gets to do whatever the hell they want, is what I thought.
Yes.
And it was just dysfunctional from day one.
Yeah. I was in a 9-year-long open relationship.
Oh, so you had like...
I had permission.
Yeah, but maybe not from the girls you were dating. They might have got screwed.
Well, in our first marriage, neither one of us felt like the marriage should get in the way of...
Oh, that was a repeat. Okay.
Since day one.
So here's my thought with this.
Okay.
That statement of Gabrielle Union saying that if you're the provider, you get the riches, like you get that spoilage of being allowed to cheat, essentially, is what she's saying. Like, you can take it however you want, but that's what I got out of it.
Literally take it however she wants.
God bless you, Denny. To me, when I hear that, it's kind of like it's such a dangerous thing, because I'm sure some people on the internet will side with, yeah, no, that's the way. But it's crazy because I've seen people comment that tweet out like, I want a man that is like 6 figures, like has all this money. But it's like, so now I'm hearing like, all right, if you agree with Gabrielle Union, are you then okay with that happening to you and saying like, oh, well, you make all the money and you provide for me, so yeah, do your thing.
Yeah,
like it's a crazy fucking statement, but I don't know if you heard it in the in the snippet, but she did say that he was cheating too. So you know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't like she was just fucking long dicking him like, oh, I'm gonna do whatever the fuck I want. It might have been a situation where he cheated first. I'm just talking devil's advocate. He cheated first, and she was like, all right, you know what? If you're gonna cheat, I'm gonna cheat, and I'm gonna enjoy it because I pay for everything anyway. So you can't get mad at me.
I think I did hear that where he wasn't really doing much for himself. She was doing everything. So she gave herself the green light. Of course, the cheating happened on her husband's side to throw, to start
Throat.
throwing everybody. Throw to whoever
Yeah.
she wanted. I mean, in my opinion, is she wrong? Yes. But is she also right? Yes. She got back and hurt him where it hurts.
I'm
Legit.
in the firm belief that two wrongs don't make a right. So like if
Okay.
I was ever cheated on, I don't like I've been cheated on.
Well,
I've never thought, oh, I'm gonna cheat back. I'm just like, all right, cool, I'm out. Like I don't need to fall into that type of behavior. I'm just like, cool, like that's how you did it. Cool, I'm out.
Okay. I used to be like that. I used to be like, yeah, you know what? I'm gonna hit up your friend.
But you've grown a lot, and I told you that
have.
like I think 2 years ago. I think 2 years ago specifically, I told you that I felt like you had like an insane like 180 flip, and that's not saying you were a bad guy, but I'm saying like I witnessed you like really accept this like wholesome like I'm it's my wife and my two kids, or at that point like your girlfriend.
Yeah.
And it was awesome to see. But I do know like back in the day you was out here like doing your thing, but nothing wrong with that.
Was I a menace? I'm not gonna
Yes,
say.
you were. Yes, you were.
But you know what's crazy? All that
You were Dennis the Menace.
the 180 flip was when I finally got rid of my baggage. I actually I spoke what was haunting me and kept me in a bottle, where I wasn't able to show who I really am to others, especially in a relationship. So releasing that baggage and getting rid of it, and then letting people know how I really felt, it made me do that 180 flip and made me finally come out on how I should be treating certain people in relationships, or even friends or family members, whoever it is. So yeah, that's what happened. So, but yeah, man. But yeah, back then I didn't give a shit. You cheat on me, then I'm gonna cheat on you 10 times harder. Just how Gabrielle Union said. Your friend, your cousin, your mom.
Nah, you definitely different, because I've heard you say like, oh, back in the day, like, oh, you cheated on me. Oh, your bestie. Next,
it's crazy.
She's launched.
Exactly, and the crazy part about it too is that the bestie was already fucking there. That's the crazy part. And it wasn't me.
So much to say. There's so much to say. I'm not gonna
but
say
the crazy part about it, it's never me. Well, I don't want to say it's never me, but on some occasions it wasn't me. It was them. But now me, the new 2023 me. There's no more 2020, okay, or 2019. Honestly, I just walk away. I just pretend like they never really had an impact on my life. That's what's gonna hurt.
No, I mean, it hurts more when people don't get closure. And in these types of situations, after all the messiness is over, people do want to talk about it. They want to like release, like you said, their baggage and have that conversation. And sometimes like when people act a certain way, sometimes I don't think everyone is necessarily entitled to to be to get closure. I mean, it's all up to a person's discretion if they want to be that way.
Let him haunt it.
But let's say you were Gabrielle Union's husband, her ex-husband.
Okay.
How would you react if a blog reached out to you and said, like, hey, like, what are your thoughts on what Gabrielle Union said? Like, would you shrug it off, or would you try to take a shot and be like, nah, you were cheating like crazy?
Honestly,
and I paid for my own phone bill, so fuck you,
Honestly, if I was the one that cheated first, then I would be like, you know what? Honestly, I probably would have done the same. If I'm paying all the bills and I got cheated on, I'm gonna go cheat. I'm gonna go do me. I'm taking care of this person, and all for this person just to fucking do me dirty. So I would agree with it, despite of her throwing me under the bus, saying how poor I am. No responsibilities whatsoever.
No job having ass.
Yeah, calling me just just fucking straight up questioning my fucking manhood. You know, I wouldn't be mad about it. You know, hey, I did you dirty. You're right. You're right for what you said. You see, what would you say? What did you say, huh? She said all that nasty things, nasty, untrue things about you, Alex. So since you're so unproblematic,
I would do it the same way I handled any type of shit that came into my life. Now that I have a platform,
oh, this
I
is
wouldn't. I wouldn't address it.
oh, okay, that's
I, I wouldn't even pay it no mind. I wouldn't even have a comment because to me it's just like, all right, like say what you want, like unless I felt like the need to like really say something, I would probably just mind my business. Like
I feel like
you're feeding into Gabrielle Union if you're like
facts.
if you try to take a real shot at her like right now,
Yeah, facts. She'll say some out of pocket shit. It's gonna hurt you even more.
And if you say some wild shit and you were out here cheating too, like you're asking for a lot. But they actually did reach out to Chris Howard, her first husband, for a comment. This is what he said. I wasn't aware of any comments by my ex-wife. What I do know is that she appears to be very happy with her new family, and she's continued to do very well with her career and activism. I wish her and her family nothing but the best.
Awesome. Best way to go about it.
That's a great move. That's a great move. I saw that, and I was like, you know what, Chris? Not everyone can do that. Not everyone can fucking be mature and fucking handle that shit.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. So, I mean, hey, I don't know. I think nowadays, I think the mature people, if they were cheated on, they would just they do the big move and just move on. There's plenty of pussy and plenty of dick out in the world to please you. So
yeah, we just you just keep it pushing because like like I said, like to me when you give that type of negative shit your energy, you're kind of justifying it or giving it like credence, and it's just like like to me like that's what kills people the most is when you are just acting like that doesn't even exist, like
doing you, bro. I'm telling you, when you make it seem like they don't exist in your life anymore, that's the best thing that you can do. The best gift. They're gonna go to that cliff right now.
Man, you see people doing subtweets, and it's just like, you know what, like do your thing.
I don't get that. I don't get it. I don't get why tweet like if mine and your relationship ended, why you keep tweeting? And you're why you moved on in your life. Why am I? We broke up in 2011. Why am I still being tweeted in 2023? You know, like shit like that. It makes no sense.
That's crazy. That's mad long. That's definitely like some ill type of fucking
disgusting. But you know what?
Like you gotta be some type of like hurt to still be upset and still feel the need to talk about shit like that. Like that's crazy.
Like this is why you play it off like they never had an impact on your life. I'm telling you.
Yeah. No, that's about right.
Best way to do it.
Oh my god!
Man. Shout out to Gabrielle Union. I still remember when she got when she wanted to hug J. Cole and J. Cole just gave a fist bump. That was ill. Remember that?
Was that when they were like at the All-Star game or something?
Some shit like that, but that shit was hilarious.
That became a think piece on Twitter. Like, yeah, your boy should only be dapping up your girl. It's like, man, like, Twitter knows how to like have think pieces on shit that really is not that serious.
Yeah, I feel like that's a sense of insecurity, but maybe J. Cole didn't really know Dwayne Wade like that. He just wanted to respect their relationship in a sense. I don't know. J. Cole is just a phenomenal guy. He's a very respectful individual. So,
all right, and again, toxic tweet of the week again from Denny's burner 777 George Ivan. Toxic
yes, sir.
Denny picked this tweet out because he's a big fan of what an esophagus can do. It's girls can swallow your nut, but not the truth. Now, Denny, why did this tweet speak to you?
Because me and you had this conversation a couple months ago where you got verified information that women don't like the truth at all. They would rather us lie to them.
Now, normally I would say you're being out of pocket, but I've done some independent research where I think I've actually kind of confirmed that at least the women that I know that are friends. I didn't interview like just I interviewed friends who I know would be honest to me about this like question because it's not, you know, and I've heard them say that they'd rather be lied to about things that would hurt them because they'd rather just not even know.
Exactly. So that's why they swallow the nut. That's why they swallow the nut. That's why they stick there. That's why they're still there with
That
it.
was
The bad
Denny. That was Dennis the Menace, not
I'm
Alex.
just saying, this is why the good guy's still waiting with some blue
But
balls.
by the way, look what Lexi Pantera said. Y'all definitely can't tell the truth. She ain't lying.
She ain't lying.
No, she ain't lying because you know
She's hurt.
people be lying. Oh no, 100%. That y'all with 4 L's. His name's Leonard.
Oh, definitely. Definitely. Yep.
Man, but you know, in relationships, like sometimes like you lie on purpose, you inadvertently lie. Like there's so much that goes into moments because you have like a freak reaction. Because like I've been in situations where I've lied and I didn't have to lie. It wasn't even a bad thing, but it was like caught by surprise, and I was like, in my head, I'm like, you're such a dumbass. You didn't have to lie. Like there was nothing wrong, but in your head, you just get into a moment where you're like, you know, because you know you're worried about like your queen. You're like, oh man, I don't want her to think I was doing anything crazy.
That's true. Even when I wasn't lying, they felt like I was lying.
But here comes the think pieces from our friends being like, oh, that just means you're liars.
You know, I don't know. I'm just saying, women don't like the truth, but hey, you know, I guess to each his own. Keep throating. Yeah, technically speaking, that's you guys are. That's an abortion.
Denny, if let's say if a woman, I'm not gonna put Diane's name on this, but let's say a woman that you were engaged to, let's say it's a different life. This is like a alternate Marvel universe.
Okay.
And you were engaged to a woman named Rose. Okay, let's go with a generic new age name, or like not a new age name, but like a generic name.
Okay.
Let's say you and Rose had been together for about 6 years. You've been married for 2.
Okay.
And she was like, you know what, Denny, I want to come clean to you. I cheated on you in year 3, and it was a one-time thing. I never meant to hurt you. It was a moment of weakness. You and I were arguing, and now, you know, I feel like we're at a point in our love that I feel like I can be honest with you, and I don't want to lie to you about anything. A, do you accept her apology and forgive her and just move on like nothing happened? Do you B, get upset, tell her like how you really feel, like if you're feeling negative about it, and you tell her off about it, and you dip out of the house, and now you're questioning whether you want to stay in this marriage?
Don't like that idea either.
Or C,
Okay.
you wish you never heard it because it was a one-time thing, and at this point, this deep, and you got let's say you got kids. Let's say you got the same amount of kids. You're that deep in it. You'd rather not know. You'd rather not know and move on with the fantasy of that you never heard that.
Nope. I'm going with the opportunity that she tells me that, hey, I cheat on you, and now I get the opportunity to cheat back. Hey, you know, you had the opportunity. Why not? It's my turn now.
Gabrielle Union right here.
Yeah, you see. I don't like those other 2 options. I'm sorry. I gotta please myself at that point.
Because you know what, I asked that question to men and women.
Okay.
And a lot of them picked the C. A lot of them would rather just not know because they're like in their head. They're like, this is what they said to me. This is what they said to me.
Here's the thing, though. Okay, go ahead. No, go ahead. I'm gonna let you finish.
They said, you know what? I'd rather not know because the moment I know, whether it's today, tomorrow, in a year, 2 years, that relationship is fucked because I'll never trust that person again.
That's fair. That is fair. That's completely fair. But here's the thing that people don't understand. You know when your significant other is cheating because there's little things that change, the little small details.
You know what's crazy is I kind of agree with you because I've been in situations where like I'm like, you know what? Something doesn't feel right. Something feels off. The behavior seems crazy. And then when you find out that they're cheating, you're like, damn. Like,
you know she's sucking some dick. Like, God. I'm trying to keep a straight face. I'm sorry.
No, but you know, but here's the thing. Like when I found out that somebody I was dating was cheating on me, like we'd been together for a couple years. Like it's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
It was one of those like the behavior was different. Dog, you know how I found out?
Let me get some the stupidest way ever. Let's see.
Her iPad that I was using for like I was using it like on the Safari. I'm like looking at my online textbook. I'm doing homework, and then I see a text, and she has the text with like the whole text in there. And it was like, "Oh my god, last night was awesome. I'm so glad you were able to sneak out." And I was like, keep in mind, I was like 19, 20, so it was around that time where you probably needed to sneak out if you were had strict parents for like on her side.
Mm-hmm.
Dog, I was literally like, I literally walked out of the house.
I would have cut a nut first and then left.
Nah, I couldn't even do that. I didn't want to. I could, bro.
Fair.
Listen,
Fair.
There's a difference between like hate sex when it's like you're mad at them and like knowing that like they're actively cheating on you. I wouldn't, because here's my thought: what if like she gets pregnant? Now I'm stuck with the person I can't stand.
Well, I mean, yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like that's how my brain was like immediate. Like I wouldn't want to risk something like that occurring.
True. That's true. That's very true.
First thing I did the next day is I got tested because I was like, nah, I don't know who should be fucking.
That's true, bro. Your shit might be rotting as we speak.
Nah, I'm still crystal clean.
Yeah, ladies, crystal clean. High level in the company.
Yo, shut the fuck up, Denny.
Oh, yeah, man. You know, you have to know. You know when your partner is cheating. You know. I'm telling you, it's how I said it. It's a small little things. It's maybe the way she texts, maybe the way she sucks your dick, maybe she throws her ass, right? Maybe she doesn't want to shower with you anymore because you're fat and ugly. I don't know, fucking shit. Who fucking knows? You know.
Even the kisses don't even hit different.
Exactly. Like she doesn't.
It's true. It's true. It's a body language. It's like an energy transfer. It's like it's a feeling that it even hurts you because you're just like, damn, what the fuck is going on? Like,
yeah,
I don't even feel you like that right now. Like,
you know, the sickest thing I heard. I heard from a friend that when he starts noticing these things, he doesn't let it get too far, so he decides to cheat.
Say that one more time.
He doesn't allow the hunch to get so far ahead that he just cheats. He gets a hunch and say, "All right, cool, I'm gonna cheat too." Then
I hate the you cheat on me, I cheat back. It's such a flawed system. It's just just walk away.
It never works. It never works because you always either you end up as a bad guy or she does. That's the down part, and then your credibility just goes down the drain.
That's crazy.
Yeah, man. So that's my option because you know when they cheat. That's just painful. To have to go to that. Fuck that.
All right, man. Well, make sure y'all follow us on IG, YouTube, Twitter, TikTok. Comment on the reels. Let us know what y'all think. I love that everybody was giving their 2 cents and having discussions on that Bow Wow one from a few weeks ago. So appreciate that. Get first TikTok over 100K. Love that. Growth.
This needs to be a fucking reel. FYI.
What we just talked about, 100%. It's gonna be fun to edit that.
I want the women. I want the royal women. The one that want to be on the podcast with Alex, or not the podcast, but the love show. I want the royal women to let us know their thoughts, whether this is true or not. Girls would rather swallow a nut than the truth. We need to know. Make us doubt what we said. Prove us wrong. Please do.
That was Dennis the Menace, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes. Because I bet you guys won't.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and wrap things up. We're gonna go to Royalty Radio Track of the Week. I'm gonna get us started this week, and again, disclaimer. If you're on YouTube and the next part is skipped to the ending, that's because we got copyrighted. So, tap into our link tree. You can see our links to the playlist. We got a pretty solid playlist going already.
That's what we do.
But I'm gonna go straight to it. My song of the week this week is Emotional Oranges, Back and Forth.
I said I'm done, but still you act like that guy. I can't believe what in this deep. Let me remind you, on and off and way too often, wasting all our time. You and I, we ain't been talking, it's all on my mind. Back and forth, babe, sometimes. And we just go back and forth, babe, sometimes. Said it once, said it twice, but you don't remember. Hope to get it back, but you won't forget me, yeah. Said it once, said it twice, but you don't remember. Hope to get it back, but you won't forget me, yeah. The way you talking, I be feeling damn you fine. I'm tryna feel your on top of me tonight. Give it to me your way. Old times you would give it to me all day. No lie, I be missing it like always. Sometimes when I'm tripping, I be thinking like, damn, what she call, going back and forth, babe. Sometimes, and we just going back and forth, babe. Sometimes. Said it once, said it twice, but you don't remember. Hope to get it back, but you won't forget me, yeah. Said it once, said it twice, but you don't remember. Hope to get it back, but you won't forget me, yeah.
That was Emotional Oranges,
Song,
Back and Forth. Yup. We didn't get to the Vince Staples part, but Vince Staples did his thing on that. Denny, what is your Royalty Radio track of the week?
My track of the week is Nengo Flow with Bad Bunny, Gato de Noche.
Él te ama, te adora, lo da todo por ti. Pero tú eres una diabla que está loca por mí. A ti te gusta lo malo, irte a fuego conmigo. Oh, el pelo te halo, estoy que te bendigo. Aunque tú eres pecado, voy para el infierno si sigo detrás de ese culote. Ya voy de camino. Ay, ya voy a buscarte después de las 12. Ya te quiero comer y repetir todas las poses. Hay que disimular y hacer que no me conoce. Pasa el día con él, yo soy tu gato de noche. Hoy ya voy a buscarte después de las 12. Ya te quiero comer y repetir todas las poses. Hay que disimular y hacer que no me conoce. Pasa el día con él, yo soy tu gato de noche.
Canto de bellaca, ese toto voy a martillarte. En el canal voy a buscarte. Ponte en 4 gomas que ese culo voy a chuparte. Loco por venirme, no voy a esperar la que te venga primero. Tú, sí, tú eres un hijo de puta, te gustan los bandoleros. Loca con mi bicho y loca con hacer dinero. Esto es Real G for Life y estás escuchando el verdadero.
That was Nengo Flow, Bad Bunny, Gato de Noche. which I'm surprised I haven't seen a lot of people talk about because it's a fucking phenomenal song. I almost died watching it with Diane, the music video. Almost got stabbed.
Oh, I thought you meant like you passed out because you were like, "Oh my god, Bad Bunny!"
Oh no. She stabbed me for what they were doing, you know. So it's all good. I survived. I'm a survivor.
Can't even watch the music video without getting in trouble.
That's okay. It's okay. I like
This
the
is
dance.
America.
America.
All right.
All
Final
right.
thoughts, Denny.
Final thoughts. If somebody cheats on you, let it be. Move on. More opportunities. Improve your life because obviously they weren't improving it for you. Make better choices. You're better. You're worth more. Those are my final thoughts.
For mine, my final thought of the week is when it comes to grief, I think it's really important to find an avenue to release it, express it with your loved ones, express it by yourself. Don't let that kind of bottle in, because I've witnessed in the past people kind of bottle in emotions and how it affects their health long term, because your mental health does affect your like physical health. So reach out to somebody, express it. Your people who love you would love to be there and support you. There's no judgment when it comes to that type of thing. So, make sure you grieve as you need to.
Facts.
All right, man. Well, let's get out of here, man. This is it for episode 103. There's a
103.
beauty in transparency. There's a beauty in discrepancy. This is royalty with love.